Our next act, also another poet. She actually is here with special permission from her professor, which we always enjoy. Her name is Ms. Sasha Hulse.
This piece is actually fictional. It's based on a story. Where were you when I was crying myself to sleep last night? All those endless nights of broken dreams, haunting memories, and shattered future. My cries were often silent, lost underneath all the nightmares and fears that only got worse with every day that passes. Where were you guys when the razor blades were writing their own story into my arms, thighs, stomach, and every other open space available? The blades engraving the horror of that one night and all the effects of the aftermath into my body. The razor painted a crimson red canvas of pure agony and deceit. The scars left behind made sure I never forgot the past. Where were you guys when I needed you? I walked into this life with nothing but panic and hate towards everyone, like it was their fault, like they made my life a living hell. I became drawn, pulled away from society, and I became a shadow of what I used to be. Daddy, where were you when I was being painfully violated? You were supposed to be my protector, my bodyguard. You were supposed to protect me from the monster under my bed and never let anyone hurt me, but you weren't there. You weren't there when I was being terrorized and the monster in my bed. The monster drilled memory into my young growing mind, using his strength and the power of his mind to torture me even years after. Daddy, I was crying for you. I was hurting. Your little girl was deflowered by a monster. I needed you. I needed to feel your arms around me telling me everything will be okay. But no, I was alone with this person I can no longer call human. Those pictures are burning into my head and they play like a broken record. Stop it, it hurts. Stop, please. I promise I won't tell anyone. No words seemed to have an impact. It kept going and going. I was left with the presence of you on my shoulder, never letting me forget that day you and I were alone. I was a child, a baby still growing, and you were much older than me. You should have known what was right from what was wrong. You should have stopped. Where were you guys when the darkness entered me unwelcomed? My body, my mind, my soul, tortured slowly and painfully. Mommy, where were you when your little princess was being broken from the inside out, being torn of her innocence? Where were you when I was left alone with that monster that won't let me sleep at night? You were supposed to watch out for me and never let anything bad happen to me. You were supposed to know when something was wrong when you saw me the next day. Even in front of your eyes, you couldn't see what was happening. Why didn't you look into my eyes a little deeper? Maybe then you would see the monster in my bed and all the tears that filled my eyes and the fear that came over me as he continued to invade my personal space, even when I said no. Where were you guys? But I shouldn't blame you for not being there to protect me when you didn't even know your daughter was raped inside your own home. I have lived with this monster inside my head for years now, and I still don't have the courage to tell you guys what he did to me. I've been silenced by the past, blinding me of any happiness for the future. I can speak only through words, lines, verses written and scattered across this paper.
Very, very powerful, Sasha. Thank you for sharing that. Very powerful.